Hi, my name is Matt Freeman, and I'm the Director of Paid Search here at Blue Moon, and this is the Paid Search 101. So, our agenda for today, we're going to talk about what is paid search. We're going to talk about paid search at Blue Moon, the basics of paid search, Domo Reporting and how we use that, and then go over some paid search case studies. So, starting off with paid search, what is it? So what is paid search? Well, you might have heard about it using a different name such as PPC, pay-per-click, SEM, search engine marketing, or CPC, cost per click advertising. Paid search is advertising within sponsored listings of a search engine in order to drive qualified users to your website. So what makes up a paid search ad? Everything within an ad is completely customizable, but there's actually a lot that goes into a paid search ad. At the top, we have a search query, which is what the user actually inputs into Google or the search engine. Below, we have the ad itself, which is comprised of 2 or 3 headlines, up to 2 descriptions, a display URL, and a number of different extensions, which we'll also get into a little bit later. It's also important to know that paid search works on a CPC or a cost per click basis, so you only pay every time a user clicks on your ad. Here is what a SERP or a search engine results page might look like for one of our clients, Smartwool. As you can see, there are search ads on the left and Google shopping ads on the right, which we'll also get into a little bit later. There are also 2 main search engines in the United States, Google and Microsoft Advertising. So you might have thought of Bing, but there is no more Bing, kind of. Bing and Yahoo rolled up into Microsoft Advertising as it is known today. Here at Blue Moon, we use a tool called Search Ads 360, which takes out a lot of the manual lifting out of the equation, which leaves us more time to make tweaks at the goal and budget level. Insight into forecasting and pacing in the first pillar allows us to get ahead and make bid adjustments with all the additional data points available to us via Google in order to meet our goals and KPIs. And we aren't having to make those changes within the actual platforms themselves, which gives us more time to work on strategy and focus on what matters to the client. So let's talk a little bit about paid search at Blue Moon. Here are some logos of our current clients. Our main focus in the past as an agency is in retail and e-commerce, but over the past couple of years, we've expanded into new industries like grocery, real estate, and manufacturing. This is what our team structure looks like. We have coordinators who help out with day-to-day tasks like reporting and execution. We have specialists who handle some of the same things, but also begin to grasp paid search account strategy. Strategists are the leads on the account. They're responsible for handling strategy and are more client-facing. Our head of paid search strategy supports in the definition, development, and implementation of strategy across the team and our clients. And then finally, as the director of paid search, I'm here to make sure that all of our clients are set up for success, that we're using the best possible features, betas, and best practices from Google and Microsoft Advertising. We are both a Google Premier partner and a Microsoft Advertising partner. Only the top 3% of agencies get to be selected as Google Premier partners. These agency certifications gives us access to things like dedicated support reps, agency managers, early access to betas, team trainings, and invites to Google summits and conferences. So this was a forecast of paid search ad spend in the US from 2017. As you can see, they forecasted about $56 billion in ad spend in 2021. Jumping ahead to the same forecast 4 years later, 2021 paid search ad spend in the US is now predicted to be $76.5 billion and will continue to grow over the next 5 years. So let's talk about the basics of paid search. You have campaigns, ad groups within those campaigns, and keywords within those ad groups. Campaigns are usually comprised of ad groups that have similar characteristics. For example, there might be a categories campaign, and within that, the ad groups might be base layers, shirts, or pants. Within those ad groups are all related keywords. For example, in a hiking socks ad group, you might have wool hiking socks, or best hiking socks, or hiking socks for men. One of the benefits of paid search is that you can make the ad and user experience as relevant as possible. A user might search for women's ski socks, see an ad that specifically calls out women's ski socks, And then when they click on that ad, they will be directed to the women's ski socks landing page. The more relevant the ad and landing page to the search query, the higher quality score you'll have. The higher quality score you have leads to higher rank in the SERP and lower CPCs. There are 4 main tactics that we utilize within our paid search accounts. Brand terms are going to be your bread and butter. They're going to drive the most traffic and the most revenue. All of the keywords utilize the actual brand name, like Smartwool socks or Nike shoes. The non-brand tactic is a great way to drive new customers or customers that might not be aware of your brand name yet. Using Smartwool as an example, keywords might look like hiking socks, best wool socks, best ski socks, or ski socks for women. These users are showing intent in what they want to search for, but are not yet aware of the brand name. Dynamic search ads campaigns don't actually have keywords, but work similarly to non-brand campaigns. They allow Google or other search engines to crawl your site and then serve ads for relevant search queries. It's a great way to mine keywords or drive incremental revenue. Finally, there's shopping. These are product-focused image ads, which allow users to search for products online and compare between different vendors. Once again, there aren't any keywords here, but rather Google uses a product feed to map products to relevant search queries. So, how much does paid search cost? Well, like its name, pay per click, you don't actually pay anything until a user clicks on your ad. There are 3 main factors that go into the average CPC, or cost per click. Earlier, we talked about quality score, which can have an impact on your CPC. For each keyword, you can also set a max bid that you're willing to pay for a click. The higher your max bid, the better rank you will be, but also the more that you will pay. Finally, there's competition. The more competition there is for a single keyword, the more you're going to pay. You can also set a budget at the campaign level that will be the max amount that you will pay per day for any campaign or group set of keywords. There are 5 main types of ads within paid search: expanded text ads or ETAs, responsive search ads, RSAs, dynamic search ads, DSAs, and then shopping ads and smart shopping ads. Expanded ads are your normal ads that you're going to see, as you can see in the screenshot here. Responsive search ads are a brand new type of ad where you can add up to 15 headlines and 4 descriptions, and Google will mix and match those results in order to drive the best possible performance. If they see that one version of a responsive search ad has a higher click-through rate, they will serve that ad more often. We already talked about dynamic search ads a little bit, and these are the ads that don't actually have keywords, but will serve for relevant search queries. Shopping ads are product-focused ads that will show images and serve to the user at the best possible time, depending on their search query. There are a number of different types of extensions that are available in paid search. Callout extensions are short snippets that are non-clickable, but are good callouts that you might want to highlight to the users. Location extensions are great if you have brick and mortar stores and they're able to be clicked on and take you directly to a Google Maps listing. Site link extensions are the main extensions that you will see. They do a really great job of taking up more real estate within the SERP and also allow you to drive users to other relevant pages on your website. Image extensions are brand new extensions that allow you to add images, whether they be product focused or lifestyle focused, directly into your ad. And finally, promotion extensions, which are a great way to highlight any promotion that you may have on site. Let's talk about bid strategies and automation, which is something Blue Moon has adopted for over 95% of our campaigns in all accounts. Search Ads 360 uses a number of signals and machine learning to set bids in real time. There are a lot of benefits to using this, including time savings from actually going in and manually bidding, individual bids per auction in real time, a number of different data and signals, and it optimizes towards specific goals. So that might be a target ROAS that you might set, it might be max clicks, it could be a target ROAS, which is something that we use for a lot of our e-commerce and retail clients. The result is that it prioritizes users who are most likely to achieve your goal and obtain cost savings. Here are some examples of signals that the bid strategy uses. This is just a small sample size, but some of the things that it looks at are day of week, time, past search history, the actual search query, competition, age, gender, and other demographics. Let's talk about Domo Reporting. Here are a couple of examples of some different cards that we use on our paid search tier 1 dashboard. Our tier 1 dashboard is the basic standard dashboard that we utilize for a lot of our paid search clients. It allows us to visualize things like spend, revenue, and ROAS over time. It allows us to look at those same metrics by tactic, whether it be brand, non-brand, or shopping. We can look at week over week performance, year over year performance, overall performance by tactic, pacing, and a number of other metrics. Everything on this dashboard is completely customizable to the client and to their KPIs and goals. Something that the paid search team uses on a day-to-day basis is called the daily dashboard. This is essentially a list of our clients' month-to-date spend, revenue, pacing, goals, calendar dates, and it's really, really helpful to keep us on track in terms of budget pacing, revenue pacing, and month-to-date performance. At Blue Moon, a big part of what we look at on a day-to-day basis is called the revenue equation. This is an equation that's sessions times conversion rate times AOV equals revenue. We use this to see if one of those metrics is up or down, how it affects revenue. And so it tells a story. If sessions are up, we might know that maybe our cost per click was down. Maybe we spent more. Maybe there's more volume. If sessions are down, it could be the opposite of those. Did we spend less? Is there less volume? Are we seeing less traffic to the site? Did we cut back somewhere? And that's going to directly affect revenue. Same thing with conversion rate. If we can see that conversion rate is up or down, it's going to tell us a little bit of a story of why. If conversion rate is up, maybe there's a promotion running, maybe there is more brand awareness, maybe we are running a big sale, something like that. If conversion rate is down, the strategist will look into the account to see exactly why. Is brand conversion rate down? Are we spending more in non-brand, which will typically have a lower conversion rate, or something else? AOV is probably the metric that we have the least amount of control over. Usually during a sale, you might see AOV fluctuate. But if we are seeing a low AOV, we might be able to test a different landing page or something else to try and get that up. But all of these metrics add up and will dictate whether your revenue is up or down over a given period. Another look at the Smartwell revenue equation, this time looking at just the last week and comparing it to a similar week year over year. For paid search, we're able to see that revenue is up due to sessions being flat, conversion rate being up 15%, and AOV being up 8%. A really powerful tool is that we're also able to look at new versus returning. So if we look at returning, which are usually our strongest users, we can see that revenue is up 35% within these users because sessions were up, conversion rate was up significantly, and AOV. When we look at new users, although sessions were down, conversion rate and AOV were up enough to still drive an 18% increase in revenue. We're able to use this data to inform our decisions in terms of budgeting for brand, non-brand, shopping, and other tactics. We're also able to change the date range to look at month over month, month to date, year over year, or anything else that might be relevant to your clients and their goals. Let's take a look at some paid search case studies. The first case study is for Icebreaker, a merino wool apparel company based out of New Zealand. Based on the recommendations from some of our Google partners, they wanted us to run on a target cost per acquisition bid strategy. But after testing that and seeing that it wasn't performing to our goals and KPIs, we decided to move to a target return on ad spend bid strategy. What we found was after a couple of weeks, we were able to see a huge lift in revenue, lift in return, and lift in conversion rate. And that was all attributed to the Search Ads 360 bid strategies, which performed really well and made bid adjustments in real time to drive the results that we were looking for. This is another case study for a shoe company, Ultra. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, they saw a huge demand for running shoes and they saw business spike across the board. We were able to move to a comprehensive search and shopping automated bid strategy, which allowed for significant increase in efficiency at scale. We were able to meet the surge in demand during COVID-19 while also beating their ROAS goals using these same Search Ads 360 auction time bidding bid strategies. Due to this, we saw a 161% increase in revenue year over year, a 72% increase in return, and we doubled conversion rate up 101% year over year. Thanks so much for coming to my Paid Search 101. I hope you guys enjoyed this.